All right, we're moving at a nice pace. That is Wednesday and Thursday. Let's move into Friday's action. Let's keep this pace up. We know how many games we have in front of us here. Number 17 ranked SMU Mustangs, 4-0, 1-0 in the American at Tulane. Green Wave, 2-2, 0-2 in the American. SMU's opened the season with 4 straight wins. They beat Texas State and North Texas on the road before trouncing SFA, Stephen F. Austin, and squeaking by the number 25th ranked Memphis 30-27 at home. They're putting up an average of 558.8 yards a game behind senior quarterback Shane Buechele. He is thrown for 1,326 yards, 10 TDs, 2 interceptions, and an 80.9 QBR is good for 12th in the nation. Green Wave 2-2. They lost their lone home game 27-24 to Navy. They're coming off 49-31 loss at Houston. Cash Action Bets is liking Tulane here. Tulane is getting just 145.5 yards per game through the air. They started with Keon Howard behind center. They've now moved to freshman Michael Pratt. And SMU has had 5 extra days of rest and preparation. SMU opens as 6.5-point favorites on the road. That has moved to 7 at plus money at a couple books. This total opened up at 69 and has dropped to 68. Let's go with John Ryan here. SMU at Tulane. Take it away.
Well, I think initial lean is to SMU, ranked team on the road against Tulane. Tulane, as you mentioned, losing to Navy, which was not a good loss if there ever is one. And SMU is covered all 4 games that they've played too, and this is indicative of a team that the public has not caught up to in terms of how good they really are. It doesn't always work this way, but usually when you have a team like this that comes out of the gate roaring, it takes a while for all of us to understand how good they are, and then you get the lines maker to adjust to our betting behaviors. So in this game, the only thing I'm concerned about is in the Memphis game, they only gained 75 rushing yards, but you can easily say that was offset by 474 passing yards in the game. They've had 2 games this year with no turnovers, and I love a team that takes care of the football. We saw too much of that this past weekend where the outcome was determined by mental mistakes and just poor fundamentals. But I think SMU is a disciplined team, and we won't have to worry about that in backing it. Again, I emphasize that it's a lean, and I have a system here. I just had to pull it up real quick. SMU, you're going to play against a home team, in this case Tulane, that is doing well, scoring 35 or more points per game, but are coming off a loss of 17 or more points. And that is 87-42 against the number the last 10 years for 68% winners. So a system that's more active, has more plays than the ones I just mentioned, but one that still has good meaning as it applies to this game.
To back SMU for John Ryan. Let's move up to Conor. What do you think of this spot here? Friday night college football, 6 p.m. Eastern, SMU Mustangs, Tulane Green Wave.
Yeah, I think you gotta lean with SMU, but it's not a good spot. It's not something I want to lay 6.5 or 7 with SMU.
You don't like 5 extra days of rest and preparation?
No, not really. I mean, these are young kids. I mean, they're 18. It's just I don't love it. I think SMU, like you guys said, is the lean, like John said. And then I would go with that. I just don't like anything about it. It's Friday night. I don't like Tulane, so I don't really feel like backing them. I'd want more points. I don't think it's enough. It's 6.5. So I get why people would want to be on SMU. They are a good football team, and they're on the up, like John was saying. But I got a pass here.
We have a pass from CMac. Nolly knows any interest in this Friday night football action?
I'm not on anything as of yet. But when I look at this game, I just see they keep on overreacting to what this SMU offense can do, and I think the total's a bit high at 68, even at 69 in some spots. They're 3-1 to the under. Last 2 matchups of this game, staying under and well under the total by more than 14 points each of the last 2 times. And SMU's a team that tries to run the ball. They weren't effective last week, but still ran the ball 27 times. And so it's still something that they're looking to do. They'll run it 42 times if they have the lead. So they're not just air mailing it out all the time. Their defense is a bit underrated. You know, this is one of the best defenses that Sonny Dykes has had over the last 2 seasons. Typically a guy that you think offensive minded. And so here I'm leaning towards the under here.
We have a lean towards the under from Nolly. This total has gone from 69 down to 68. Only a couple books are still hanging a hook. They've all gone down a full point. Again, that's the Bet365 opener. SMU Tulane. So we have no move from CMac, a possible under from Nolly, and John Ryan liking the SMU Mustang.